It's time.
She's spilling the tea.
This is The Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
All right, well, recently Summer Walker was performing, and basically she said there's certain songs that she's not going to do because a lot of the situations that she writes about are about her real life, and some of those wounds are still fresh. Here's what she had to say.
Okay, cut it. I cannot sing that song, but for anybody who came here and was like, oh, she didn't do Reciprocate, she didn't do Circus, she didn't do Session 33, I didn't do a lot of songs from the new album. I want you to know that, this is real. Like, I write a lot of my stuff, I write most of my stuff, and it's still a fresh wound. My baby, she's not even one yet, and I ain't got time to be up here singing that in front of y'all. So I sang what I could.
Now, somebody was having a debate with me about this yesterday because they were like, imagine you go to the concert, it's your favorite song, and you want to hear it, but she doesn't want to perform it. But
yeah, I would be pissed off. That's like same thing with Mary. Like, you go to the concert, you want to hear all your favorite songs, and she might not want to do it. I would be kind of pissed off.
I'm going to tell you something, though. That's very interesting, right? Because think about how many artists went on stage and re-traumatized themselves night after night for the sake of their fans. You know what I mean? Who were triggered by certain songs because those songs might be too personal to them. Especially when, it was a song that they might have wrote 10 years ago and they got to perform it 10 years later, and it brings back all those old memories. So this is different. Watching an artist practice mindfulness on stage is very interesting because that's what Summer Walker did.
Yeah, I mean, and she's talked about the struggles that she has. So it's hard to say because I can also understand you go to a show, you're like, man, they didn't do my favorite song. But what can you do?
We talk about
really
self-care
and support an artist.
Yeah, we talk about self-care. We talk about people putting themselves first. We talk about people setting boundaries.
Like, go home and stream that song.
I'm not mad at her. But I also didn't pay for a ticket.
Now, Kendrick Lamar, he was on the Big Hit Show podcast, and they were talking about his To Pimp a Butterfly album from 2015. Well, here's what Kendrick had to say about how influenced he was when he went to South Africa for To Pimp a Butterfly.
I kind of took that experience and looked within myself from my own experiences. Okay, I come from a background of a neighborhood that wasn't so much perceived to be great, but I can't let these four corners define who I am or define who my homeboys are. So I took that experience, man, and the whole concept about To Pimp a Butterfly was to share that experience with them, to go back to Compton and tell them what I've learned from that experience and tell them, like, yo, it's something bigger than Compton.
It's my favorite Kendrick Lamar album.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? I think that's beautiful. That's why, and like he said, it's a world outside, it's something bigger than Compton. And that's why traveling, when you have the opportunity to do it, however you can figure it out, is really important.
What year did that album come out?
2015.
2015.
Mm-hmm.
That album was really ahead of its time, especially when you hear a song like We Gonna Be Alright, and it's like We Gonna Be Alright was like the anthem. It's been the anthem for blackness in the Black Lives Matter movement since it came out.
Yep.
All right, now the mayor of New York City, Eric Adams, is talking about phasing out vaccine mandates, which would mean that Kyrie Irving would be allowed to play home games. So he went on to say that he still plans to follow the benchmarks laid out by scientists who have given him a clear structure for how to move forward. But, I guess when these mandates get dropped, he'll be able to play.
That's what we care about, making sure Kyrie plays.
Man,
well, this is rumors, so that's why we care about celebrities and rumors.
They got a hell of an uphill battle. Well, they number 9 in the East right now, number 8, something like that. Like, they got 7 games out of first place. They got a hell of a battle.
All right, and Tom Brady will reportedly produce act in a movie with Jane Fonda and Sally Field. He's been retired for not even 4 weeks yet, right? But now he already has the next thing lined up. And according to The Hollywood Reporter, it's a film called 80 for Brady. It's a football-themed road trip comedy with Jane Fonda, Rita Moreno, Sally Field, and Lily Tomlin. So should be interesting. They said he has an acting role, but he's not starring in the movie, and he's producing it through his own production company, 199 Productions, which he established back in early 2020. And last but not least, you'll be excited to know the FDA has approved the first condom marketed specifically for anal sex. This is the first time U.S. regulators have authorized a condom that's specifically for your butt. And so, as reported by the New York Times, they believe that this authorization will encourage more people to use condoms during anal sex, which carries the greatest sexual exposure risk of HIV transmissions. And that is your rumor report.
All right. Thank you, Miss Yee. All right, up next is the People's Choice Mix. Get your request in. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.